Okay, so this blue tin, we call it beluga. Okay, beluga caviar. So the out of the types of caviar, beluga is considered quite expensive. One of the besides the almas one that I just talked about, the beluga is quite one of the most expensive ones. They are the color of the beluga is kind of like light, and they have a creamy taste. Okay, and the eggs are around 3.5 millimeters wide. All right, so and then you have the yellow one, which is the ossetra. It's a dark, so the color of the caviar is a little bit dark golden to pale amber. Okay, and they have more like a walnut flavor. They are considered the medium-sized ones. And then you have the sevruga. These are the most smaller ones, the smaller caviars. They are a little bit more darker in color, gray, and they are black, gray, black in color. They are considered not the most expensive ones because the beluga is more expensive, but they are just a little bit more smaller, but difficult to catch. And then you have what I talked about is the almas, which is, as you can see, is not even black in color. It's golden pale in color. And again, this comes from the sturgeon almas, but it's a very rare, delicacy. Basically, the fish, the sturgeon can be more than up to 100 years before they can even caught or catch the caviar. And nowadays it's a distinction. You don't really see albino sturgeon everywhere, isn't it? So this is a very, very expensive product. I know that some of my cabin crew, they sometimes buy a can just to, give it as a gift to the boss, to the client. And I know a place where they can buy it, like in Harrods in England. They do sell almas caviar. So yeah, like I said, it can go up to 10,000 US dollars just for for a kilo of caviar. So why is caviar so expensive? Of course, it depends on the type of fish. Is it the beluga? Is it the sevruga? Is it an ossetia? It also depends, of course, on the time it takes to basically get the eggs ready, especially, and also where the sturgeon has lived, in which kind of waters. Of course, the harvesting time, meaning the process, can be also a factor, as well as the quality of the salted roe, meaning the grading, okay, the type of grading of caviar. And then the supply and demand, of course. The more people are demanding, the source and popularity is also one factor that makes the caviar so expensive. So I have a question for you guys. How much do you think is let's say you have a table of 4 and you need to basically prepare some caviar. How much caviar do you think is enough per person? How much caviar is enough per person, do you think? So I'm not really sure if you know, but the caviar, they come in different types of tins. So you can buy caviar outside in a caviar shop. They can come with 10 grams tin, 25 grams, 30 grams, 50 grams, even 100 grams. So how much gram is enough, or how much ounce is enough per person? 50 grams for 4 person, yeah. That's correct. Yeah, I would say not more than 1.5 to 2 ounces per person, which is around 28, 30 grams per person is more than enough. And if you do it, it depends on how you use it. So if you just want to be very, just want to treat them to good caviar and they just eat it like that, you might want to prepare a little bit more. But if it's just for a canopy or an appetizer, I would say just prepare 50 grams is good enough for 4, just to put a little bit on an appetizer or a canopy, and that will be more than enough. Yes. So let's go on to the next topic, which is white truffle. All right. Have you ever tried white truffles, or what is the taste of white truffle, guys? Actually, white truffles, let me ask you another question first. Which truffle do you think is more expensive, the white truffle or the black truffles? Yes, definitely white. Yes, white truffle. White truffle is more expensive. Do you know why, Stephen? Why are white truffles more expensive? It's rare from the black one. Yes and no. Because the white truffles, yes, they don't really come in big batches. I would say they are found in Italy, mostly in Italy, the white truffles, and they are very rare in the market, I would say. Black truffles, you can find them in Spain, okay, in Spain. You can find them in France as well. But the white truffles are more, I would say, because of the weather and the soil and the ground and the place where it's found is more in Italy only. So that's rarer, I would say. Yes. So the origin truffles, of course, they grow down in the earth. I have a question for you. When people or hunters are going down for truffles, what kind of animal do you think they will use to help them, to find the truffles? Which animal? Pigs? Mm-hmm. Pigs, dogs? Yes. So many years ago, they used to use pigs because pigs, they do have a very special nose and they know how to find truffles very easily. Even basically, pigs, they use pigs all the time. But the only thing that they didn't like to use pigs afterwards is because pigs, they are very, very, they like to eat as well. Once they find the truffle, they will eat the truffle. And that's why they started to change the animal to dogs. They don't use pigs anymore. They use hunter dogs, specialized dogs that hunt for truffles. And of course, when they do the hunting, these truffle dogs, they don't find a whole bunch. It could be they only find like a pound or a small piece of truffle, and so that's why it takes a long time before you can find even a little. It looks like a potato head, I would say, very small, very tiny. So the color of the white truffle, it looks like this, like in the picture. It's a bit a white truffle with pale cream to light brown in color. And once you cut it or once you slice it, actually there is a white marbling inside. So it's very unique. When I was in Paris, I did try truffles on pasta. And I found it has a very distinctive flavor. And you can actually taste the earthy flavor. Very distinctive, but quite yummy. It comes from the mushroom family, and people, they love to use truffles and grate it on dishes, on particular dishes. Okay, let's go further. So you've got, of course, different varieties of truffles. You've got the black ones and you've got, of course, the white ones. Out of these, the black ones, let's move away from the white ones, but the black ones. Which black one is the most expensive one? Can you guess? The most best one, but also the most expensive ones. Yes. So thank you. Yes, the Black Winter Perigord one. These are the most expensive one. So they actually harvested in during January and March, and they are considered, as you can read, the king of the truffles. So do you cook truffles normally? Do you think you should cook truffles? Can you cook truffles in sauces like for pasta? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So normally chefs, they will use it, but they will use it at the last minute, right? So you don't really overcook it. You don't do it too well done because you still want to have that distinctive flavor, especially when you start cooking. Is that correct? Yes. So especially also the white truffle. Normally we don't consider white truffles to be cooked, but just, or if you need to do so just before you scoop up the dish. So really last moment, last minute. Normally you use a grater to grate the truffles over pasta, risotto. Fresh is the best, that's correct. Pasta, risotto you can do, or even sauces like you mentioned. Yes, very well done. So black truffles, they are normally grown in France or Spain, and the white truffles are mostly grown in Italy. And then let's talk about the bird's nests, okay? Especially, have you ever tried bird's nests, especially ladies? I did. Um, uh, Now not that much because I'm in Belgium now. It's not really that popular here in Europe, but when I was in Asia, sometimes when I go to events, we are served bird nests during. They even actually serve it when you go out for dim sum, and sometimes you can buy those egg tarts where they put a little bit of bird nest. That's super yummy. So what is actually, what kind of birds does give bird nest? Tell me. I think we have to move up a bit quicker. Swallow? Not really. Swallow? So you're almost there. Swiftlets. So bird nest comes from swiftlets, and they are, according to the Qing dynasty, bird was regarded as a delicate ingredient. So do you actually cook bird nest? Of course, you do have a special process, and it actually many years, like in the Qing dynasty, I'm talking about I'm talking about during the Qing dynasty. This was considered as one of the most delicacies, the caviar of the East, they call it, because they think that by eating bird nest, you stay young, and it's got a lot of good benefits for the immune system and for the health. And they have a special protein, and it's rich in flavor. So what is actually bird nest? Basically, yes, very good, Shireen. It's saliva. It's actually saliva from the bird, swiftlets. And do you know where they actually make their nests? Do you know where they actually make their nests? Where do these swiftlets make their nests? Very good. Yes, they basically make their nest in caves, in very dark caves, but they also put it very high. So it's a very tough job for whoever takes or plucks the bird nest. So we have a picture that I can show you. First, let's talk about how to tell if the bird nest is authentic. So how do we know, first of all, when you go out and buy bird nest, there is a lot of fake bird nest, but how do you tell that this is the authentic one? Tell me. Any clue? Maybe the sous chefs can help me a bit. How do you know that you are paying your worth? How do you know that when you go out and buy bird nest that this is authentic? Okay, first of all, you have to look at the color of the Birdness. So the color of the Birdness should be off-white. So you do have some Birdness where they sell it in very, very bleach white color. Well, then meaning that they have actually bleached it. So it has to be off-white in color. Okay, off-white in color. Secondly, if you soak the bird nest in water for about couple of hours, it will normally double its size. So if it doesn't double in size, meaning that that's fake, all right, because of its elasticin. The third will be when you smell the bird nest, it's actually a little bit fishy and it's got a raw smell. And like in this picture, sometimes when you see at the bird nest, there are some feathers still in the bird nest weaved in. Fourth is the texture. It's fragile to the touch because it's once you touched it, it would break. So that's one of the four components that you can make sure that when you buy and go out, buy real authentic bird nest. First of all, it has to be authentic, off-white, okay? It has a fishy smell. When you put it and soak it in water, it will actually double the size, and the texture is fragile to the touch. All right. So, of course, it's good for a lot of, especially ladies. We love eating bird nest. Actually, I did try it, and it's not like I found that there is like a specific flavor. There is not really a flavor, but Asians, they love to cook it with rock sugar as a sweet dessert, or even with milk or coconut milk, and especially the Asian ladies, they love to eat that. So it's good. It's an anti-aging product, I would say, and it increases, very important, collagen and elasticin. It also prevents wrinkles, okay, and support the reconstruction of skin, and it reduces actually depigmentation spots. So it increased the collagen and the elasticin because of high levels of galactose. And that's why I do have some clients who love to eat this on a daily basis, basically.